Richard Smith, part of the Sheffield Model Railway Enthusiasts, and we're currently sat in the club rooms above one of the churches that we use for club meetings and layout storage. Basically, the layout is a largish, medium-sized tail chaser, and we're working round from the fiddle yard under a road bridge, both of traditional style and girder style, through a small factory area. So it's the back of a factory complex, bottom of an industrial estate, under a footbridge, which is access to terrace houses, and starts off the platforms. You're then working through the platforms with a high stone retaining wall, all the way up to a ramp section, which takes you up to the station building, and then back out the other end of the layout through an old mill complex, under another bridge, and then back into the opposite side of the fiddle yard that you started from. The layout is predominantly controlled on traditional analog, 12 volt. However, it is wired for both analog and digital operation, just through double pole, double throw switches. So while I operate mostly on analog for the moment, I have a passing interest in DCC and will probably eventually run up to a DCC control system. My preferred control method is using the NCE power cab system, I think it is, which is their basic starter pack, although I may possibly upgrade that to the Pro Cab, which is their 5 amp version, just to give a bit more power across the layout. The ear is a bit flexible. I've tried to portray a modern image layout in a sense of most of my stock will run from the 2011-2012 period, and the stock that's been included in the photos and the videos for today is actually trying to portray some more of the modern railway. So we're looking at 2018, 2019, 2020. So what you'll see is still your predominant 60s, 66s, class 70s on freights. You've got the excursions with the GBRF 50s and the newer 68s as well. But the 158s, 156s are spread between older East Midlands and newer northern liveries to try and stick to where I can around late 2019, early 2020, before East Midlands Railway came into effect, and it was still East Midlands trains. Not a big fan of a station area, which I know is a little bit strange given that I've got quite a large predominant station area, but I tend to try and like to get the railway running through the scenery or through urban areas where I can. So for me it was quite key to have built up in urban areas, hence the warehouse section on the left hand side of the layout as you're looking at it, and the larger mill complex towards the back of me on the right hand side of the layout, just really to try and give that more urban industrial feel as opposed to a country station or your bigger urban terminuses. The station building came about pretty much just through a general conversation with one of the other club members. I was challenged a little bit on how quickly I could build a layout and wanting to portray a modern image layout. The said club member wanted to build a modern station, so it literally just came about as being, I want to build a modern layout, I want to build a modern station. Left the club member to build it as they saw fit, and as you can see, station building ended up being quite exquisite and is the main centerpiece of the layout. And it's, while the station area isn't my favorite part of it, I must say the station building is my favorite building out of all of it. It's really superbly done, and I can't really thank him enough for actually producing that for us. And it was just literally sheer conversation. Anybody would have probably seen it as a passing comment and as a passing joke, but that's how the station building came into effect. So the future for the layout is pretty flexible at the moment. COVID had a big impact on what the intention with the layout originally was. It was to be exhibited at our club show in 2020. And yeah, getting it out on the exhibition circuit is one of the key things I want to try and do, mainly for my modelling and to try and show off some of my modelling, but also to try and show what we can do as a club as a whole. And while a lot of the layout is built predominantly by me, members have dropped in and out and helped with key areas, key scenery bits, key ideas. So while it is funded by me, if you like, it is not just my layout. One thing the club's very, very good at is if somebody needs a bit of help and advice, all you need to do is ask, and you end up with several ideas which you can then come away and take from there. We have got a website and we meet on a Tuesday and a Thursday night. So if you're interested in joining the club at all, you can get in touch with us via the club secretary, via email through the website, or you could nip down to the club and have a look through what we do. And then if you're interested in joining, we can do it from there. We meet at Carton Hall Methodist Church on Edgedale Road in Sheffield. Club nights are Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we typically start about 7:30 and up until about 10 o'clock are the official club hours. Younger members tend to leave a little bit earlier, from there really. So if anybody's interested, come down, have a look, have a chat with us, see what you want, or if you're more comfortable social media wise, get in touch with us via email first, and then we can give you a bit better directions and a proper address to get down with.